Okay, what I'm going to make today is what we have been calling a power pack for multiple myeloma. Mom has multiple myeloma. She had it for a year. Her numbers kept going up, so we decided just on our own to try to treat it naturally. So she's been doing this now for 2 months, and for the first time,
3 months.
Correction, 3 months. So how we first started this was they were watching her every single month. The numbers kept going up gradually, not drastically. And so just on our own, we were doing some reading and research on turmeric, however you want to say it, and how it can be great for multiple myeloma. So we came up with a process to try to make about a month treatment that she could do this, and she has done it now for 3 months. Every month since she started this, her multiple myeloma numbers have dropped. Almost to the point where her oncologist, instead of saying come in every month, the last month said, why don't we wait 3 months? So for some reason, we feel that whatever is in this concoction that we're making is having a positive effect on the multiple myeloma. We never measured, or I have never measured anything that I can tell you how many ounces of this or how many ounces of that, and each month we have tweaked it a little bit. For the first time this month, I'm going to put astragalus in it, and we have not done that before. The month before last, I put resveratrol in it for the first time. So it's still a recipe that we are tweaking and working on, but basically from the beginning, what we put in it were carrots, a turmeric powder. Also the first month we put a black elderberry syrup in it, red beets, some apples, just to make this palatable. Also, the bioavailability of turmeric is very low, so you have to have a pepper and a fat to help the absorption. The first couple of months I used a organic coconut oil in it. This time we're going to use avocados, which we hope will just make it also a little more palatable, a little more creamier, but also add in that necessary fat. We've always added blueberries to it. We've always added strawberries. And one thing is we're also using a fresh turmeric root as well. I am adding additional powder turmeric, but also buying the fresh turmeric root. We've added some ginger. And let's see, is there anything here that I have missed? Oh, spinach. I've always added a lot of spinach to it. Also, this month we're going to add in a little pineapple, and the basis for that is Mom has been doing this now for 3 months. She says these packs are getting a little bit more difficult to just the taste obviously is not great. So we're going to add a little bit of pineapple that has a lot of bromelain in it to help with inflammation. So also hope that will make this a little more palatable. So we're going to stop this now, and I'm going to start mixing things up. We'll start the tape back in a minute that we show you how we process this and preserve it for a month's supply. Okay, here's a lot of our fruits and vegetables that we're putting in these power packs. I'm just soaking it in a little warm vinegar water to make sure it's all clean. We thought we had organic carrots, but they're not, so we're going to go ahead and peel the carrots here. And I think everything else is pretty much organic, but we're just going to go ahead and soak it a little bit in this vinegar water and make sure everything is clean. I don't think I mentioned in the beginning of the video, but I am not a doctor and I am not making any claims about this being any type of cure for cancer or anything else. This is just our personal experience and how it has positively affected my mother's multiple myeloma. Okay, we've got everything washed now, diced up. You can tell here in the bowl a little bit more about everything we have. We've got some limes, apples, blueberries, the turmeric root, carrots, strawberries. Everything's mixed down in there. I'm going to be doing this in a Vitamix. I've done it in a Blendtec and Vitamix. Both worked well. I don't know if you have a cheaper type of blender, if it's going to be able to have the power to do this, but I do recommend a good powerful blender or you're going to burn up a motor. I made up some ginger water, and this is just some boiled ginger, added some lemon to it as well. We just drink this for a detoxifying drink anyway, but sometimes we may need a little liquid in here to get this to get going. So if I add a liquid, this is what I'm going to be adding, this ginger lemon water. Okay, we got everything mixed up right now in this huge bowl. As you can see, you can tell about the consistency that it is right here. I did start having problems with my Vitamix. It started getting too hot and shutting down, so had to add a little bit more liquid to keep things going. Again, I don't know the exact measurements, but you could kind of see by the beginning of how much of all the different fruits and vegetables and spices that I put in. I added a half a cup of black pepper. On top of the fresh turmeric root, I added this entire container, which is 7 ounces of turmeric powder. This is a black elderberry super concentrate. It has 8 fluid ounces. I poured the entire bottle also into the mix. The astragalus and resveratrol, these were in caplets, so we just opened the caplets and put the powder directly into the mixture and just stirred everything up. So now to package it, we are using these Infantino squeeze packages. Just ordered this off of Amazon. These hold about 4 ounces a piece. We're going to fill up these. These come in a box of 50. So we're going to fill all of these up. Most of them we'll put in the freezer. Just leave out a couple for each day, and that way you can take out just a few and have that ready to go. If you had to do this every day, it would just not be practical time-wise. So these packages are the best way that we found that'll keep the mixture fresh. In the beginning, we did try to mix it up and put it into some mason jars. That did not work well. The mixture just became too thick. So these work very well. And so now we're fixing to start the process of filling these. Okay, you do have to have this little filling station to fill these pouches with. It's impossible to do it without this filling station. So just put some of the mixture into this little pitcher here and fill these tubes up, push them down. You unscrew that, and then you've got the package filled with the product. Put the lid on, and these are good to go. These are actually designed for people wanting to make their baby food, which is a great idea, but this is an application that is working great for this. We are calling these the Multiple Myeloma Power Package. Okay, we're still filling. I think we actually mixed up too much this time for 50 bags. Looks like we're going to have to either find somebody here in Fort Worth that has some bags or just order some more off Amazon. But I also forgot to mention that make sure you put down a very old tablecloth or something on your cabinets or table when you are doing this, because this will stain terribly. Anything that this turmeric touches, your clothes, your skin, it even stains some stainless steel bowls. So make sure you protect your table and your clothes and your granite countertops and everything else as you're doing this.